prepare, and then prepare and prepare. Don't go into a market not knowing what's going on in the market. Have done your homework before, carry out your market research, identify the right people and meet those particular people.
Really, to my mind, market preparedness is absolutely critical. Understanding your market, understanding the nuances of selling into that market, and really doing the research to begin with. That will help you down the line ultimately.
I remember in Chicago some years ago, -5 degrees and a wind chill of another -5 on top of it, and people queuing up for ice cream. You know, you'd never see that here in Ireland. So you always have to know the market you're going into.
In Ireland, when you want somebody, you just keep phoning until you get to the Taoiseach. You can't do that in other markets, you don't have that access. So it's much harder, because when you come from a small economy where everything happens because you know people, you have to realise that you build relationships and you don't know the culture, you don't know anything about them, and it just takes time and repetitive hard work.
The biggest export market for small Irish business is the UK. It is our #1 market in terms of exports. It represents 7.5 billion of exports in 2016, and that represents 35% of our exports overall.
It's sometimes easier to get a bigger whale than it is to chase smaller clients, but you just have to go out there and do it and be bold and do it.
You can prove things on the go, and I think that's I suppose what was maybe touched on as part of the Irish mentality, that you can adapt and you can be dynamic and change your offering, you know, in a relatively short space of time to maximise your potential without the fear of it's not right on the way home with my tail between the legs.
I almost say to anybody who doesn't export, you're strange, because prior to that, we didn't export. We are now an exporting nation. And yes, it's cliche, we are good talkers, people like us, but it's bloody true, they do.
And in order to get into a new market, you have to meet one new person, and Donegal people aren't shy about meeting people, and when they do meet people, they tend to get on well with them, and there's good potential there.
There's plenty of support out there from the local agencies to help you, to guide you, to handhold you into your first export markets.
To just bite the bullet, to stop talking about it and just go do it.
To live it, and you have to dream it, and then you have to make it happen.